that shirt. Haters love me. Well,
I just started recording on Ustream, kind of late.
Oh.
But EaseDrop started podcast episode 0 pilot.
Zero. So this is a test run.
Yeah, test run.
It's funny because the camera looks like it's back in 2001. Like,
It does. I
The
know.
fucking old Logitech circular optical type shits.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So we all have our reasons for wanting to record a podcast. Mainly it's just conversation, entertainment, to put it out there because we hear all the podcasts. You know, I listen to Major Nelson podcast, Beyond, Unlocked, Giant Bombcats, etc. He listens to
what is it? No, Mystical Morning.
Mystical Morning. You?
Yeah. I used to watch Dick Nation. And,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally Rational was awesome.
Yeah.
So you know we got some ideas from there.
The
Obviously,
Hodge twins!
This
gotta
guy.
make some gains. They're not a podcast. They're YouTube, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Great vocabulary. Dick cheese.
We'll explain that on a different podcast.
Yeah, if you're interested.
If you're ever interested. But yeah, you know, we're just gonna have fun. And here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, Angel, what makes you want to do a podcast?
Don't start. There's a lot of things I gotta get out of my mind.
Tia.
Out of my chest.
What makes you want to record and do a podcast? What you want to speak about?
I was basically actually dragged into this by the idea of two of these mother lovers over here. The haters love me. And what was it? Chicharrón de pollo? Penis over here?
Remember, we got some English.
Alright, that's like... Yeah. Anyways, I was basically brought into this podcast by accident, kind of.
Not by accident.
Well, to help, but you know, I was like, you know what? It sounds like fun. You can put in your 2 cents, and at the end of the day, I really don't give a crap what people think about.
Yeah.
I'll say what I want to say.
Now, the one thing we're gonna try to do on this podcast is that we're gonna try to have guests here and there. We're gonna rotate a 4th or 5th chair once in a while. You know, give it a fresh feel. You know,
And some females too.
and we're also gonna have females. So we're gonna have some conversations that are gonna include females. We have
different perspectives.
Just
we have
sausage
many
fest
females,
at
many.
the moment.
A little bit
But
of
as the females say, this is our broadcast, even though we're called the EaseDrop Podcast,
Broadcast.
aka broadcast.
Yeah.
So that's us.
see, we throw a little setting there. I'll probably have some, you know.
Hey, we might have a guest DJ once in a while. A couple guest DJs.
Couple.
Huh? Yeah, so Josemar, what makes you want to do a podcast?
Me? Well, just like I feel like just like get things out there, like as far as like what we're thinking about. And usually when we always hang out, we always have these good conversations. So it's like, why not get started with something?
That's what's true.
Why not just broadcast it?
But I have a question. You say, like, of course, when we hang out, we have fun. We like, oh, we should record this, we should record that. But having a mic in front of you, do you think that's going to change? Do you feel like you're
Not really.
See, the thing is that it's the only thing that changes is that now you feel like you have to come up with something to talk about.
Sure.
See, so right now I know where's our first time, so we're like, what do we talk about? Before we came out here, we was like, oh, what's the topic? What's the topic? What's the topic? I'm like, just talk. Talk, yeah.
And see where it goes. You never know.
If you force anything, it's not natural. If it's not natural, it's not gonna be funny. If it's not funny, you ain't gonna get no listeners.
Just like
Or like my prom date in anal. Can't force it, you just have to go with the flow.
Come on,
Bloop.
this guy.
Yeah, I got blooped. Yeah, as you can see, yeah.
No, but I mean, I like the whole idea of the pilot because we could go back and listen to it, and I know we're gonna have a lot of critiques about it. Like,
Of course.
he should have been funnier. He should have cracked a joke here. He shouldn't have said that. Like I already noticed I curse up.
We all curse. I curse like I said. I mean, that's me.
I mean,
But I'm really trying to not curse. We all do, but no, I do it to another level. Like I'm like the guy from Breaking Bad, Jesse. I use that word a lot. I don't mean it. I don't mean it in disrespect, but it just comes out naturally.
You slap a lot too.
I do. I hit
You're a
a lot.
heavy-handed guy.
Yeah, you're heavy-handed, man.
I can imagine when you like beat
your
walls,
angel.
like doc, doc.
Oh man, what's going on?
Yeah.
Gosh,
It's just love. That's all it is.
It
It's
is.
just love. But yeah.
basically.
So
Basically.
what is a handshake though? When it comes, when we greet each other,
Well,
what does that
Handshake.
represent?
Oh, you know what's funny? I actually know where that comes from somewhat. Like, because back in the Western days, everybody had a gun. Like, they always had a weapon.
Mhm.
So, in order for you to show that you come in peace, showing your hands is a gesture of showing that you're not like a threat of anybody.
no, they don't know that.
So that's a
Hey,
fun
look,
fact,
he's
and that's a
just-
random thing that I.
But
just
you know what's
remember.
funny about that? They can actually go both ways. Like he says from the old Western. Well, what about all the east side? All on the east side, or in the Middle East, if you shake your hand with the right hand, that's the same hand you use to wipe your ass. So that's a sign of disrespect.
True.
So it could go both ways.
Wait, when what?
I
Say
guess
that
the-
again?
Depends on how you
In the Middle East, they don't use paper towels. They drink a bottle of
Oh,
water.
that's true. That's right.
And they wipe with their right hand. So if you're American and you show your right hand, it's not disrespect.
Yeah.
To them.
That's a crazy ass.
Well, that's the same thing as far as like there's some places I don't know where, but there's some places that like if you burp, you know how here is like rude.
Yeah.
But some places it's a compliment to the chef.
No, well, actually, this is Japan. You slurp. It's not burp. It's slurp. You slurp
Well, no,
your
no, no.
soup.
Burp in some places. I heard about the slurping.
Yeah, the slurping in
Slurping-
Japan.
Yeah, I know that's rude.
To me, I
No,
find
they
that
allow
I find
it.
that amazing.
They
Like, yo,
allow
you
it.
slurping my crap. That means you want more. That means you love it. Like I feel great. Like they actually cook something.
It's a joke here.
Sir, you belong in Japan.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
I like
Because
fish.
I'm not a fan of fish. I'm allergic to seafood.
That's what she said.
I'm
No.
shellfish. Seafood or shellfish?
Shellfish.
Everything I found out I'm allergic to shellfish.
Yeah.
Really?
I love me some shrimp though.
It's funny because I'm not allergic to anything. All right, this is the first. All right, who's allergic to what?
I just seafood, just shellfish.
You allergic?
I
Well,
ain't allergic to
what was your
nothing.
first encounter like when you got like when
this
you,
guy.
did you know or did you get like tested or you just like ate something and was like, whoa, I'm allergic?
Well, I'm allergic to plants, basically. They're sperm.
What?
Added to this.
Oh,
I like to call it sperm because that's what it is. 'Cause
The
they
pose
have-
guy.
They're having sex, and I'm
They're
getting
just
sperm.
letting
I'm
it
getting
out.
facial in my face.
Oh,
I'm walking
gosh.
down, I'm getting facial, and I'm sneezing. That's what it is. So I got tested. I got the needles in your back.
Yeah.
That was
Holy
the worst.
pustules, yeah.
That was the worst experience of my life.
You know, there's this thing you can do.
And I was 12.
You can get 100 needles in your
Yeah.
back,
Uh-huh.
and then each one represents a different thing, like food, allergies, whatever.
Yeah.
To test it, what you're allergic to. Would you
what I did.
would you get 100 needles on you
I have
to
48.
test
Oh,
what you
no.
to test what you're allergic? I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
so
good.
Can they even test for like that many things?
Yes, they can.
Each individual
Yeah.
one has
A different
That's
thing.
freaking crazy. That's a process.
so it gets red,
Uh-huh.
and that area they know like if it's red, they
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Okay,
like,
you're
Of course,
allergic.
because you see like the rash kind of or some
It
effect.
gets swollen.
But this is crazy. I don't even know how this is possible. There's this kid. I don't know where. I saw it on a documentary or something on the TV. And thank you.
They'll go. Hey,
Angry Orchard, by the way. Not even sponsored by them, but
there's only one.
good
What?
beer. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 more beers. Anyways, so this kid is allergic to water, bro.
What? So
What?
So serious. And NASA, like, they found out about this kid or whatever, and they created this like special like shower because you can't fucking shower. It's crazy, right? You can't shower. So they made like this tank or some weird thing that it kind of does something with mist or something. So weird, but that's
So much
crazy.
you can't have soda,
You
milk,
can't drink.
none of
That's
that.
so weird. I
Well,
don't know.
milk, I don't consider that water because it's like.
Everything's made with
No, it's
water.
made water.
Everything's made
Yeah,
with
but
water.
it has at least a certain
Compound.
percentage of.
Yeah. You can't make anything without
If you're
water.
allergic to water, you dead.
You know it's funny because you actually
I
outside.
don't, honestly, I don't
Where's-
know how they deal with it.
Imagine,
Where's
imagine
natural
how much that
selection
would
of that?
cost. Imagine how much that would cost. If, like, if you, like, say, you didn't have NASA help you.
Alcohol. I like this guy.
Sorry.
Oh, this is Joel
Oh,
Tavares. Tavares, Joel.
Beer
He'll,
guy.
he'll be on the
Beer.
podcast once in a while.
Yeah, he's
I'll
fun.
go
This guy's fun. Where'd you find him? He's
I'm
fun.
the middleman.
Hey.
Bring the beer.
That's all. That's the guy from Loose.
Hey.
Mail call.
But yeah,
But imagine, like, say he didn't have help from NASA. Imagine how much that would cost him to make something to drink, to take a shower.
Cost them. Like, how would you even come up with anything?
Yeah,
like,
like-
I wouldn't even know the first step.
You couldn't even drink beer.
Nothing. Soda, juice.
Yeah, but at the
soda.
same time, damn, it's
you
tough
can smoke
because
though.
life is water,
Yeah,
bro.
but you need water. Your body's made of water.
Okay, so I was actually gonna say this, but the funny thing about it is yours is actually was water type. But this girl I work with found out recently she's allergic to meat.
That's what she could become a vegan.
That's not, yeah,
That's
vegan.
not bad.
good.
I mean, it's big. That's a big deal.
I mean, it's yeah.
but
Yeah, it's a big.
because your body does need that. At one point, you can't be a straight vegan for your entire life. You need salmon and all that stuff.
You need
Because you need protein.
Yeah, a lot of protein.
But
But no, there's protein on plant based. All right, they say that supposedly we're not even meant to like eat like meat and all that stuff. but we are eating. it. I mean,
Who says that? Wait, I gotta go back on that.
well,
I'm
I
a meat
can't.
eater.
Matter of
there's
fact,
different studies.
there are, and also the way our teeth are like kind of like shaped. We're like almost like plant eaters in a sense.
Well, we have canines.
We only have. Well, that's weird.
We only have canines. That's
Yeah, we
the
only have
thing.
2 canines.
We don't have like like a whole set of like.
That's evolution.
But what about
But
dogs?
we mean evolution because back then we didn't have like those.
Exactly, evolution involved. We adapted to the time.
But
Just
what about
like everything changes.
But what about
Everything
dogs?
Interesting.
What about dogs? They have canines. They have straight teeth.
Not,
and they
not
eat
all
meat.
straight teeth though. Their teeth is not like flat like ours. They're
No,
just-
that shit.
Have you seen my dogs?
That's your
Straight-
dog. But like,
No.
canines.
So when he
Most
smells like a
dogs-
human teeth, like
most
a human
dogs don't
frame.
have
You see
a rack like
the
that.
No, they don't,
fangs.
Yeah, they're like vampires.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like there's people that if they eat meat, it affects their body, and if they don't eat meat, it affects their body. Everybody's different. Like some people, like I forgot if I don't know if it's watching a TV show or something or a podcast or whatever it was, a movie. somebody ate meat and it was literally corrupting their body. They could only eat plants and sound fish and all that.
For me, I dated a vegetarian before.
And how was that?
Because they tried to convert you.
No. Hey, if you date a vegetarian,
Nah.
you're automatically vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
They
automatic.
convert you.
Yeah,
Because
it
if
makes
you eat meat,
sense.
they're not
No.
giving you anything.
It's
makes
not.
sense.
You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna go to McDonald's. They're gonna look at you like you're a monster, you're murderer. But it's you can't do that.
But think about it this way, like, all right, I was watching a video from
Hey.
the Hodge one. Yes,
No,
Okay.
I only dated like 2 months, and that was the worst 2 months of my life.
I was watching a video from the Hodge from YouTube, right? And they got some chicken from some chicken spot, and they had like a tortilla. So basically, I think it was Kevin who was ripping the chicken and putting it in the tortilla. And he's like, I can see why Peter sees this animal cruelty because you have to kill the chicken, and then I'm
Wait.
just shredding it to pieces right now, putting it on the tortilla.
have you ever seen the process of though?
No. If I see that process, I'm never eating it.
Yeah.
You think so?
Never
I know
eating
so.
it.
Our uncle killed a chicken in front of us.
Front of
And
us.
says this is how you're supposed to eat it. Me and him didn't even eat the chicken.
I haven't eaten chicken.
Well, we didn't eat chicken. We was
That
like,
was I was in 06.
that was almost 6.
I don't
He killed
think-
the chicken in front of us.
I
He was
have
like, I'm
never
not eating
eaten a chicken wing. For the at least literally like 3 years after
I gave up chicken wings.
I gave up chicken. I
I
started eating it again, but
Like, because if you see it, it's different. Like, if you can eat it, or you know how it's made, that's different. So,
yeah.
once you see something, it stays with you. Like, like seeing a dead body. Like, you can see it in movies, you can see it in video games, but
Right.
once
You
you
seen
see
a
it
dead
in
body or
real life,
something?
yeah, I've seen dead
I've
bodies.
seen it.
I have seen
It doesn't
that
affect
body
me.
too.
Oh, no.
So I'm like,
It's
oh.
different. Like
It's different, yeah,
Yeah,
but
very
it doesn't affect me. Like, oh my god. I'm like, okay.
It's stink though. Even after being embalmed and everything, like it's just like that odor. Like it's not even the odor. It's that feeling you get around that area. It's like
It's lifeless. It's a
Yeah,
lifeless
it's
body.
just like,
but you also get that lifeless.
Like
feeling.
what
It's
brings that?
atmosphere.
What do you think that? What brings that to your head? That the fact that you can't like go about it. Like you
It's-
said, like if you see the food being processed in front of you, like that live animal being turned to what you usually eat. Like what? That whole process. What makes you kind of think like, whoa, I can't do that to them?
it's all mental because most of the time it's what you can stomach.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is it because like you think they feel
It's society.
the cruelty?
It's society. That's what it is.
What I
It's
feel.
like how you're raised, what you see, everything's it's from how you're raised.
It's engraved in you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You're used to
Society.
it. Because back in the days, it was like
That's what you had to
normal.
do. You had to kill something and eat it.
I mean, not even gonna lie, my aunt in DR, my grandma actually, I seen her put the chicken upside down, chop the head off, she just like
Let it bleed.
let out,
vomit.
let it
bleed,
shake
yeah.
in and stuff, and put it in hot water, pluck the, you know.
Yeah.
Like imagine
etc.
you stranded on an island. What you gonna do? You're not gonna kill a chicken?
But
It's
I,
there.
but I wasn't like scared.
Yeah,
but
I have
it's
to eat them.
different. That's survival.
But that's the thing.
Your
Alright, I
instinct
understand
kicks
survival,
in,
but
Your
still,
instinct kicks in.
you're doing something you said you would never do.
Hey, if you're stranded on an island with you and your buddy, both of you about to survive or die.
I'll try my best not to kill them. I'll try to find something else, like fish or.
What if it gets to like, let's say you're day 30? Because
Then
you're
I'm
gonna walk.
sorry. If I tried everything I could possibly do to keep us both alive, then
You just die.
no,
Man.
I'll kill him.
That's
I'll give him a bit. I don't like Corona.
some beers.
I drank half of it, so
I told him, okay, see me at first.
Yeah,
Well, I should have some stamina.
yeah, but that's when the instinct really kicks in. It's like there's nothing. It's like your body takes over.
Because everybody said like, oh, I can never kill. But if you're pushed to it, you'll kill.
I'm gonna tell you something out of experience.
Mm.
Doesn't matter what you say. There could be a person that says I would never kill, but you put that person in that predicament,
Well, survival instincts kick
they
in.
will.
But think about
do
it. All right, you ever heard of a show called Revolution?
Revolution. Oh,
Revolution.
I love that show.
All right,
I'm sorry. I'm
just
sad I
A
can't.
brief summary. Oh, did it?
Yeah, then
I actually just got the second season. I'm
Then I
gonna
watch
watch it soon. But okay, basically what happens here is like scientific something happens that the military try to like control like the power in general, like electricity in general.
Now somebody made a code.
Yeah.
To
So and they did, but it works. They don't tell you this, and then me saying this kind of gives it out. So spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler.
Spoiler alert!
All right.
About the show Revolution.
Everyone put it on mute, so I'm gonna wave my
Even though it's
hand.
cancer.
Yeah, even though it's cancer, but still, it's they make these nanobots that kind of just cancels out electricity, so it doesn't pass, it doesn't work, it doesn't go through it. So they make these devices that work together. So if I press it, well, if I press one, it will work in a certain range, like electricity, anything around that area, any devices or whatever. So, anyways, all the power went out. Only certain people have these devices. So everything just goes back almost to like Stone Age kind of thing. Everybody has to like look for food, hunt. People were like almost killing you. You walking like down the road and you don't know this guy. You don't know if he's a threat or what. So how are you gonna handle that? Like this is crazy. Like the instinct, like same thing that you came up with the whole thing that you said. Like what would you do, kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's parts of the show. Like they show you flashbacks, or whatever. Like there was part like a girl was walking, and there was these guys. It was it's one of the main stuff. I forgot. It's the guy from Breaking Bad, the chicken guy. Forgot his name.
Breaking Bad.
No, the guy from Breaking Bad, the guy that the cheetah, he's like the
Gus.
Gus.
Oh,
Fring.
yeah.
He's on the show,
Oh wow.
and like they show a flashback of him and his wife in the show, whatever, and they have their son, and they're starving, and there's these two guys, and he tries to go get food, and they beat him up. He goes to her, they set up a plan, he sends her whatever. This is season 2, you'll see it if you watch it, whatever.
I'm gonna watch it.
So he sends her whatever, and they're like, oh, she's like, I need food for my son. I'll give you whatever you want. Fine, sex.
Mm-hmm.
So when they go into the tent. Gus comes up. That's not his name on the show. I forgot his name on the show. I haven't seen him for a while.
Gus
And
Fring.
he kills the first guy,
Yeah.
and then he goes gets shotgun, and he gets the second guy, and they take the food. No, it's the second season. It's like
Okay.
halfway through the second season, and they get food. So it's like you don't know what's gonna happen to you. So it's like, oh, I need help. It can be a ploy. Somebody's like, oh, I need help. They gonna take what you got. Just like the Denzel Washington movie where he's blind. The Book of Eli.
That movie was awesome.
That movie was.
I remember how that girl was like, she's like, oh, they're trying to rape me. The guys, and she's part of them.
There was another one called, I think, The Road. There was this guy
It's a book.
and his kid.
It's a book. So no, it's a movie. It's so
Just in
good.
general, that thought of just like survive, like just being out, like it's just crazy. Like when that instinct comes out, nothing's being processed, like food's not being made. You have to hunt your own food. You just have to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And you imagine if you have a kid, you have to protect the kid. Like what's the limits you'll go to? Like it's just crazy. There's no limit.
I would have limits.
I want it.
But here's a question though: what if? I mean, I know we're in a science level that we're creating our own food, we're cloning animals. But what if no more food? What if electricity just dies today, like what happened in 2004? Remember? Was 2004? The blackout.
Well, honestly, that last blackout that was fun.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It was pretty
I
fun.
was so mad.
All right, this is all right. My like as a
What was your experience in that blackout?
Well,
I know what happened to me.
It was
all right,
a terrible
I'm gonna tell you my
experience.
experience and also like how I would like it to kind of go. But my experience was kind of chill. Like everybody was outside hanging out. I guess they felt like it was temporary, so everyone was having a good time kind of thing. But when things get serious, it might be a little different. But anyways, we were all outside having a good time. Everybody's kind of just hanging out, drinking. It was hot. It was a hot day. I remember that.
That's a hot day.
And we was just outside hanging out, chit chatting. Same thing we'll do indoors. Well, actually, it became more social, more community driven in a sense. My neighborhood. I don't know about everybody else's neighborhood. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, you know what's funny about that? That was in 2004.
Yeah.
Maybe
People
2004. I don't remember what year it was.
Well, it was.
It was a 4.
it was-
I know why it's a 5. I'll tell you right now.
So
why it's a
I'll tell you
4.
what. But the thing is, like, they didn't really have cell phones going on internet back then. That's why everybody was outside. That's why it felt like a good environment.
Yeah.
Now, what if it happens now? That same feeling you had in 2004, you would never get back.
Wait, but it'll be the same thing at first. All the time, at first, it's gonna be the same thing.
Not on Instagram.
No, you know you like separate.
Not on Instagram, but like blackout. Oh my God, look, black.
Well,
Ding.
whoa, time out. Blackout. You're talking about blackout like worldwide or blackout like United States?
I'm gonna say.
I want to
say
say
blackout.
worldwide.
We're talking about New York.
I want to
New
say
York.
You want to say New York? I want to say worldwide because worldwide will affect more. Because what happens if you're gonna have those wanderers? Those
I
people
feel
that
that for
just
your bank
wander.
accounts, bro.
Yeah, the bank accounts will be broke, but
Take your
but
money
at
out.
that point, you know,
My
money's
experience-
useless.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, hell yeah.
but
Bitcoin.
my experience in 2004 was I used to work with my father up in the block.
How's
You
it
guys
I was
were
with
having
him at
fun.
No, I was working with my father too. You know what happened too? The stores had to have people go in like 1 by 1 or 2 by 2s.
We did 5.
We did five.
Well, in
We
a
did
sense,
five.
in a group or whatever, because they would get ragged. They would go kind of
Yeah.
crazy. They would want to like
We
take
closed
things.
the gate.
Yeah, and then everything like essentials went away quick, like gallons of water,
Yeah. Candles,
just food and like meat in general.
Candles, canned foods.
Yeah.
That shit disappeared quick.
Actually, canned
Matches,
food, I mean,
everything.
But our meat that we had, like everything we had in the stores in the back, went bad. Like we lost money. Like,
Yeah, we did.
You
But
know,
we gained money.
ice cream.
For us, we broke even because, or a little bit more.
Yes
We
and no,
lost the
because
food.
everybody goes to kind of like take everything out, and you lose the meat. Like in a
Yeah, you
sense.
lose what the less of the
Yeah,
refrigerator.
so
Like,
you kind of it depends. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I see what you're
But I remember the time if I was talking to the guys at Borhead, they said they were gonna reimburse them at that
saying.
time.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't remember if everybody got the same, but
Mm.
at that time it was hectic because it was 5 at a time. People was like, oh, there's no more candles.
Yeah.
And then my father was like, hey, take the candle, take it home. And I remember I had to take it home, and then I had to hide it because I know people was looking for candles.
You know,
And then at that same night, people was banging
Banging.
on my father's gate.
There was there was the mob. There was coming. There was across the street, and it
Yeah.
was going to the Arab store, and it was breaking the windows.
was
for
but you know
everybody.
what? You know what I would do? Like I would sell as much as I can. Remove anything from the windows in front
sure, that's
and
not
say sold out. Everything's
But
sold
see
out.
what happened? My father got greedy because he was seeing so much money coming in.
Mhm.
That day, he made more money that one day he could do in 1 week.
No, of course, 'cause everybody's going in to buy your whole stock, like your
Yeah.
inventory. Like,
Everything was gone. Literally, stuff that he made me erase. I mean, don't buy anything from the grocery store from cans because we erase the bottom and relabel it to like, not expired.
That's his store.
Well,
Nah.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Some stores do that though.
But some stores we do that. We erase it with alcohol and we replace it. They even bought the expired cans.
I never done all that.
But,
My father made me do it.
That's so wrong. I've never done that.
My father would do that.
well, his boss man.
Well, our boss used to do that because he wanted
But
to
you just gotta know how to inventory. You gotta know how to
They listen.
buy enough.
They didn't
But I
know.
can understand sometimes. Okay.
But they will buy everything. They bought everything. And my father did not close that store until like 7 p.m. 7 p.m. When that mob was coming,
We had to go through the back.
we had to go through the back, jump the fence, and run out
because
because they were destroying the entire city. Because
Yeah.
it was like, how long was the blackout?
It was like a good
It's
day
a
and a half.
day and a half.
You see, this is the thing. Like the neighborhood where I used to work, like I knew everybody from like a 5-block radius. So I felt like everybody there was like a community that kind of like just kind of coexist like together. So I didn't feel that threat. You know what I mean? Like everybody was coming, like knew us, or like if anybody's acting up, they'll lash out on that guy, not on you
Yeah.
know. So I think that's why it just depends what area.
See, I felt that when it happened, I came home and I felt safe. Even though there was no light, there was nothing. I felt safe coming back to the neighborhood. Because like you said, we knew everybody. If somebody would act retarded or out of
Okay,
place,
what's going on with you? Or
Yeah,
like,
what's
what you
going
doing
on?
around here?
Yeah.
Or calm down
Yeah.
or whatever.
and if you're not, like you said before from Revolution, if that person was not from my neighborhood, it would be
Like you
suspicious.
don't know. Yeah, you'll be like, what's going on with this guy?
Hey, what's
Like
going
who is
on
this
with
guy? What's his intentions? Like you don't know. But
It was crazy. The whole story is like, I liked it. That's why,
So-
all in all, I think that's why I like camping so much.
yeah, because it brings you back to the essence. Like, what would you like? All right, taking it back, same topic, but like, if we each had a kid, I mean, you have a kid.
One, I'm the only one.
Yeah, you're the only one that have a kid.
Yeah.
What like, if we did live in that, or you expected that situation, like, how would you go about raising your kid?
It's gonna be tough. I think I'll do like Rick Grimes, man.
How's
I
that?
would toughen up my son from the
I mean,
beginning.
you have no choice but to because.
But at the same time, I would shelter. Because I don't want him to grow up like, oh my God, you're 10 years old, you have to grow up as a man.
Yeah, but at the same time, the kids grow up faster because
Yeah.
you're teaching him how to survive and how to do certain things that he would need to learn earlier on. Unless you're just gonna be over his shoulder the whole time. But you can't
Can't you
promise
just like,
that.
yeah,
It's
but
true. You can't
You
promise
can,
that.
but you can't.
I could
You
die
should.
at any moment.
Look,
I could
but-
die at any moment.
yeah, but can't you like, raise him like, with the Walking Dead, Ryan, what's his name?
Rick Grimes. Come on, man.
But
You're the only person.
I
in
knew the
world that wants-
character though. I knew the character. Give
The only
me that
person
much.
in the
Give me that much. I knew where he was from. But anyways, like he raised his son. Freaking son's a badass. I wish I was him. I wish I was half the freaking kid he was. But anyways, the way he raised him, but can't you like at least fit in like a little, at least 5-10 minutes of like showing him like, oh, this is our time to play. This is our time to have fun.
He tried, man.
You tried. I
It's
just
just- The kid he's too addicted to survival. He's too addicted to
try
protecting.
how.
He gave him gardening. He told him how to, survive on his own.
He
He actually found some other kids and showed them, hey, listen, play with the kids.
Yeah,
They
but-
didn't want to play with the
No,
kids.
the thing is that at that point he was already used to what the world already became.
Yeah.
So you can't go back to like because there was a point that was in the last season.
Spoiler.
Spoiler,
Yeah.
spoiler.
Which show are you talking about?
Talking about
Okay,
Walking
okay,
Dead
okay,
season
okay.
whatever.
Spoiler.
last season was
Oh, you're
season
talking about
three.
this kid. What's his name, Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a point in one episode after, when it came back on the second half of the season. I think it was the first episode. Well, after the person gets overrun or whatever.
Yeah.
That Carl goes into a room and he sees an Xbox. He sees video games and he gets happy.
Yeah,
and then
that's true.
10 seconds later,
Actually, he doesn't get happy.
he smiles. He's like,
He smiles. He plays with the guitar a little bit.
he's like, oh wow, look, things that I didn't, I missed. And then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, back to reality.
back to reality.
I'm gonna be eating him one day,
No, actually, it was
He was-
okay.
he smiled.
I saw that. No, I
Exactly.
saw that. Yeah, I got that. But I feel like it was almost like a contrast. Like you see the gaming stuff and everything, and all the like the modern child, and then he went outside and he was literally shooting zombies later, like a few
Yeah.
years later.
It's like
So it was like his reality, his fun, because he was having fun with the zombies at that time.
No, he
And
was.
then he got in trouble when he fell,
yeah.
but he was just like shooting like 1, 2, like it was like making him chase him, and that was his reality. And I think they were just showing that. That was
That's the thing is
interesting.
that, you can't tell how you're gonna be when it happens, but you're going to change.
Here you are.
This is what I'm gonna tell you guys. They keep talking about apocalypse this, and the world's gonna end this. And honestly, I don't think so.
You heard about
The
the
White House.
No. You heard about the government plan for a zombie
Yeah,
attack, right?
yeah.
The government
What do you
plan.
mean?
The government
has
has
a plan for zombies.
Oh, but you know why though? Like, because when you plan for zombies, you're actually planning for like one of those like catastrophes or
Yeah.
like lights
It's
off.
not really.
It's the same practice.
It's not really just a zombie. It's just in case the world there's no power.
You're getting defensive
There's
gear.
nothing.
You know how to get food, how
Yeah.
to survive, kind of thing.
Where's
Survival tactics.
where's the
That's
safe zone? Where is it?
Yeah, things like that. Yeah.
Things like that.
Leaving college.
Yeah.
In high school.
Well,
No,
that's our
college.
evacuation
College.
zone.
College, yeah.
That's our evacuation
That's
center.
an evacuation center for
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 us,
us.
for us here.
for us here.
For us here in this
Oh, we actually have one in the basement up here.
Oh yeah, here we have one.
But I don't think
I don't trust this 110
But you know what's funny? Like the
building.
Bronx is like one of the highest borough, I think.
That's
Yes,
why,
it
That's
is.
when
And then-
Hurricane
and then-
Sandy came.
Yeah, everything. I was literally just watching movies all
I-
Fuck you! I had to go to work. I was up there, up the freaking block, at freaking 4 o'clock because there was a jitney supposed to come get me. Up to I would have to say 4:50. I was up there with the hurricane and everything that never came. I went back home. 6 o'clock. They're calling me. Hey, you got to be at work. I said I was waiting outside. Nobody came. Went back up there from 6:50 to I wanted to say about 7:40. They didn't come. I went back home. I said, you know what? Fire me. I don't care. 10 o'clock they called. We're going to pick you up at your house. I said, you lie.
Wait, wasn't it the winter?
This was Sandy.
Sandy,
Oh,
November.
okay.
It was around November.
October,
yeah.
November. I think it was.
November around there.
So they came,
No,
at,
October.
they came at 12 o'clock. They picked me up. Once I got picked up, we had to go all the way across the Bay Test and all the other areas. Take the bus tree. By the time I got to work, it was like 1:30. What I do at work?
Nothing.
YouTube.
Why you there?
I YouTubed the freaking the hurricane.
What
What's
do you
going on? I was at work. I was YouTubing.
What do you do? You're in the front
Oh
desk,
yeah,
right?
I'm in the front desk. I'm for a bunch of doctors, which sounds like, oh my
Okay,
god,
so
who's
yeah.
the doctors?
So there
like,
weren't
rich.
there weren't really emergencies or anything? Like, a lot of people were waiting after
Dude,
Where
in the
was all?
Bronx, there was
I'm
barely.
just asking because like
No,
it was
but-
a storm thing. I mean, I know everybody was indoors.
Yeah.
And it was starting. It wasn't really going on.
The worst
So I was
place.
just,
The worst place was Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
They told me to go in to work.
Yeah.
In Woodhall, and I couldn't make it. I literally tried. I took 5 buses to get there. To get just to Manhattan.
That's crazy.
They wouldn't let you through.
And,
That's
they,
not-
and
that's
they
not
wouldn't
right.
let me cross the bridge.
Because the thing is, like, you're they consider you secretary, but you're clerical.
Yeah.
But you're technically not an essential worker,
You're
even though
not.
the hospital sees you as okay. You could be extra hands to help wherever. They will not see you because you're a clerical. But they was making him go to work because he worked in a hospital for him to cross 2 boroughs to
I
get
had
to
to,
work.
I had to cross 2 bridges just to get to work.
And they would
And when I made it to Manhattan,
They were closing
was-
the bridges.
yeah, there was all the bridges.
They even
closed.
announced it. They were announcing they were
Only
closing at a
Willis.
certain time.
Willis Bridge was open.
because it's short.
It was the only one open.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, but it was traffic jam. Then I had to back up and had to go through 204, which is Riverside. That bridge over there, you have to cross that mini bridge. I crossed that one. Then took another bus, and then I was trying to cross. I walked literally Williamsburg Bridge just to go to work, and I made it at work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. From 6 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon traveling. Just to get there, I'm like, I made it. And I didn't go to work for a week because of that. Because I showed my face, and I got paid.
That's where you get something out of it.
Hey, but the people who didn't show up, who just said, "Oh, I'm not gonna show up," they have to show up the next day.
Yep.
Me,
That's right.
I showed up, and I was like, you know what? You try your best, take a week off, and they paid me. I was like, damn, I love the hospital.
What was
saying?
you doing?
Hard work pays off.
What are you doing?
Hurricane Sandy?
Yeah.
I was, I believe I was working in security, if I'm not mistaken. But I was in Rochelle, actually.
Yeah?
Because my girlfriend, Stephanie at the time, but she lived there because she used to go to Iona College. So she had this house that she shared with 2 roommates or whatever. And I went to spend the night with her. She's like, oh, come over tonight, fine. The lights went out. I'm like, I was like, you know what we're going to do tomorrow? We're going to go to my house. Because I know I got power. A lot of them wrong.
So how did you get home? Was it?
No, she drove. Because
Okay.
There was no bridges.
No, I know, because I'm saying because in New Rochelle you have to take the Metro North.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I can't be without thing. I need TV. I need blah blah blah. So
AC.
yeah, okay.
AC.
No, it was
winter.
no, it wasn't good.
Time out. Fall. I sleep with AC on during the winter time. I'm sorry.
You bugging.
I'm a beast.
So I went home, and I went home the next day. I went to like, the bodega, the store. I was going there, whatever. I got my cheeseburgers. I went right up the block. I was like, went home. Watched movies entirely. Stay home.
That's what I did.
The
man.
power was on?
We actually
I
went
had
to
power in the
we
Bronx.
actually got chinos and everything.
She didn't have power in the show, so we left.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's basically our beginning life stories. We have way more stories.
I mean, today was just like a little test, a little pilot kind of thing, just to get like kind of flow of everything.
I mean, we're gonna go in and like scrub it, see what we're gonna
Analyze how we're gonna tackle this next
It's a pilot.
time, etc.
Well, 25 minutes just talking bullcrap.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to deliver once a week.
Once a week.
For now, see
Next
how
week
it
may be
is.
tough, but we might do a early recorder.
I actually have some ideas, which I'm gonna discuss after this whole thing of actually bringing even better content, even funnier content.
This is more serious than just.
Well, it was just
reminiscing.
random, but that's what it is. That's what we call. That's why we call it eavesdropping, because you guys are just kind of jumping into our little world. We're just conversating, you're just eavesdropping into our conversation.
Oh, we got a lot.
That's what it is.
We have a lot of
And
stories.
a funny.
A lot of
We
stories. Near-death experiences.
Oh my gosh.
More than once.
More than once.
More than once.
But yeah, and then also like it's funny because our name, our podcast name, EaseDrop, is actually spelled incorrectly. The actual way of spelling it and saying it is eavesdrop
Eavesdrop.
with a V instead of a S.
The eavesdrop, I feel like it's easier.
But eavesdrop, if you go to Urban Dictionary, you'll find eavesdrop the incorrect way because that's how it just came up to be. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
We'll have the history up on our Facebook.
Promise you, we have way funnier, way
Speaking of
crazier
Facebook, what's
stories.
the link?
Oh, the Facebook is EaseDrop Podcast. We have it up on the Ustream and everywhere else that we have. On
EaseDrop
Facebook,
Podcast.
Twitter, yeah. And
So you make sure to go like us on EaseDrop Podcast on Facebook.com.
Probably to think about maybe saying EaseDrop Broadcast.
Or it might be AK Broadcast.
Broadcast.
We might change the name later on.
Because
But,
I mean, I haven't figured it out yet, but I bet you if you type in EaseDrop Broadcast and freaking Google,
No, we're the only
it'll
one.
probably come out. Yeah.
No, I
Or
checked.
Broadcast.
No, we're
I tried.
we'll check it. He was like,
No, I
it
checked.
was one of the
Nobody
things.
has it.
And that was on what's that website?
So we're one and unique. So that's the end of our first pilot episode, right? Episode 0.
Yep.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for eavesdropping,
Thanks
guys.
for
Thank
eavesdropping.
you.
Until next time.
Next time, ladies and gentlemen.
Awesome.
Okay.